When we're talking about blockchain mass adoption and cryptocurrency use cases, you cannot sleep on Stellar Lumens. Stellar Lumens is one of the OG blockchains, and behind the scenes, they have been upgrading their blockchain. They have just released an amazing roadmap that should put itself in position to be mass adopted. We're talking about real world assets, we're talking about payment infrastructure, and then obviously businesses building on the blockchain. Welcome back to the channel. My name is C. Will, and this is the Passive Income Network. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and leave a comment and say what's good. Because on today's video, we're going to be talking about the Stellar Lumens roadmap for 2025. All right, let's get started. After a decade of development, Stellar is now feature complete and ready to meet the needs of the global economy. They say, our roadmap is focused on scalability and usability because that's what it takes to drive mass adoption. So right here, let's start with Q1. Q1 has just happened. So far, so good. So this update here is about usability, Lab 3.0 update. Lab 3.0 lets developers invoke smart contracts as well as view contract storage, specifications, and source code for verified contracts, enabling faster development and innovation. So that's upgrading of the smart contracts. And that's something that the best blockchains like Algorand, the base blockchain, the XRPs, they all have smart contract usage, and you need that to be able to develop the products for mass adoption. And then the Stellar Disbursement Platform's new hosted mode allows enterprises to onboard, acquire digital assets, and start sending payments faster and more easily, right? Without the need for integration. So that's what's happened there in Q1. Q1 is out the way. Now we are entering Q2, which we're in right now. And more important upgrades. So you have the Freighter app browser. That's a browser that will allow Stellar dApps to integrate directly with the wallet. So wallet integration. And then you have more developer tools for editing and network data access and contract management. So more stuff behind the scenes that a lot of the users won't notice, but the developers and builders will. And then RPC upgrades, more stuff for developers. And then you got customizable, fast, low cost way to ingest and transform historical network data. Again, builders. So this is focused on builders. And that's what you need to build a powerful app, and then more backend support. And then this is the new Freighter mobile app. The Freighter mobile app for iOS and Android is launching with the same features and functionality as the browser extension, simplifying wallet access and on and off ramping for users who need to visit physical locations. So Q1 and Q2 highly developed for developers and the builders, so that way enterprises can do what they need to do for humanitarian aid and payments. And then Q3 coming up real soon, which I think is the most exciting to me as a user, is the scalability of 5,000 transactions per second. It says we're aiming to increase our theoretical peak transaction throughput to 5,000 by leveraging concurrency, aggressive catching, and ahead of time compilation of sorbent smart contracts. So to make it plain and simple, 5,000 transactions per second is really fast, right? And if you're going to be having a payment app, or you got integration with MasterCard, Visa, and you need it to be at scale, especially when you're in different countries that need humanitarian aid, they need to process payments right now. You don't want to have any hiccups, and 5,000 per second should be able to suffice. So that's pretty dope there. Then you have the Stellar Disbursement Platform will support all major enterprise payment flows and types, including crypto and fiat payments. Again, more focus on enterprise development, and then improved Stella AI Assistant. What began as a Discord bot to help the builders navigate documentation is evolving into a more powerful agent tool. So you got an AI agent in there as well. Very smart to be focused on that. And then Q4, I believe, puts the cherry on top. Is right here, I think, is the 2.5 second block time. We're aiming for Stellar Core to support ledger close times of 2.5 seconds. That's down from 5 seconds through improvements to the overlay network, along with pipelining, consensus, and execution. So 5,000 transactions per second with a 2.5 second finality, one of the fastest in the game. And then you have all of the developer tools stacked on top, layer after layer. So this year is looking real good for Stellar Lumens. And I believe they are putting themselves in position, along with, other updates, to bring on mass adoption at the institutional level. So I think that's pretty dope. And so far throughout the years, Stellar Lumens have been completing what they put on the table, and they usually do not fold like some other blockchains we've seen, like the Solanas out there. Let me throw that salt. So check this out. Your bank doesn't want you to know that blockchain can revolutionize the way you bank. So let's watch this video. And remember, Idris Elba is partnering with Stellar Lumens. This is big. So Idris Elba on Stellar Journey. And remember, I talked about this before, but Idris Elba is also partnering with Stellar Lumens Foundation. So join Idris Elba and the Stellar Development Foundation as they navigate bringing real world change through blockchain technology. And then this is the Akuna wallet. Transform imagination into income. So this wallet here empowers Ghanaian creators to get paid directly from anyone, anywhere, faster and more affordably. So that 2.5 second finality, you got the 5,000 transactions per second, the blockchain laying all its developer tools out. It makes sense that Idris Elba is also working with them to develop a tool. So I got something else for y'all here. I think this is very interesting. So here it is. Got a sneak peek preview of SDP single click deployment today. Conclusions. You can automate the setup of a complete self-hosted enterprise grade mass payout system in a single command. Hear that? Enterprise grade mass payout system. So what comes to the mind? You think about CRMs, you think about platforms like Gusto that deal with payments, your taxes, all kind of different solutions there. So let's check this out.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, 3, 2.
Yes. Okay.
It happened real fast, but that was one click. That was one click right there. They making stuff happen. So all of this, I believe, continues to build a great case for Stellar Lumens of being one of the blockchains chosen by governments and big institutions. Here we go. From aid to efficiency, why the Stellar blockchain is the future of government spending. This article just came out recently by CoinDesk. So I'm going to read some of the bold titles for y'all. You have a proven blockchain for public sector efficiency. They do a lot of U.S. funding for humanitarian aid efforts all around the world. Then obviously I talked about the Idris Elba Ghanaian wallet. Then you have a strong track record in aid disbursement. That's obvious. And then disaster preparedness and real-time response, working with Mercy Corps. the UN. And then we have cost, savings, and speed, a financial game changer. This is a lot cheaper than most blockchains. It's up there with the Algorand's, the XRPs, very cost efficient. You don't want your payment infrastructure to be expensive. And then you have regulatory compliance and government use cases, why government leaders should act now. So they're pushing government leaders. And here's the conclusion. With its customizable deployment options, near instant bulk payments, and full auditability, Stellar presents the most viable blockchain solution for government applications. As leaders seek to modernize public financial systems, Stellar stands as the clear choice to bring blockchain's promise of transparency, accountability, and efficiency into reality for the benefit of the government and organizations to deliver measurable results that empower public institutions to transform how taxpayer dollars are managed. The time for exploration has passed. It's time for action. So that's it, y'all. Stellar Lumens, a very powerful roadmap. Some of it's already done. The first part of it, you got 75% to go. Q2, 3, and 4. We're in Q2. Stellar is upgrading this blockchain for mass adoption. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions or suggestions for another video, please tap in. But big shout out to Stellar Lumens. Until the next time, y'all. Peace.
Passive income, gold in my dental. Thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals, told my girl it was simple.